It began with a dream, not in Italy, not in Germany, but in America. In 1953, the world met something unexpected, the Chevrolet Corvette. A sleek, fiberglass roadster. Lightweight, elegant, almost fragile in appearance. But beneath that soft design was something powerful, ambition. America wanted a sports car. Not just any car, something to rival the best in the world. The first Corvette wasn't perfect. It had modest power, limited production, but it had something far more important, identity. And identity evolves. By 1963, everything changed. The Corvette C2 Stingray arrived like a storm. Sharp, aggressive, confident. This was no longer a hopeful experiment. This was a statement. Hidden headlights. A split rear window that became legend. A design so bold, it forced the world to pay attention. For the first time, the Corvette wasn't chasing Europe. It was challenging it. Then came the late 60s, the era of muscle. The C3 Corvette stretched longer, wider, more dramatic. Curves replaced edges. Power exploded. This was America at full throttle, loud, unapologetic, and dominant. The roads weren't just driven anymore, they were conquered. But time changes everything. By the 1980s, the world demanded precision. The C4 Corvette answered with sharp angles and advanced engineering. Digital dashboards. Aerodynamic focus. It wasn't just about power anymore. It was about control, balance, technology. The Corvette was learning, adapting, surviving. Then came the rebirth. In 1997, the C5 Corvette redefined everything. Cleaner lines, stronger chassis, a perfect balance between performance and daily usability. It wasn't just a sports car, it became a complete machine. Reliable, fast, refined. And with that, the Corvette gained something new. Respect. The 2000s pushed it even further. The C6 brought precision. No more pop-up headlights. No more compromises. Lighter, faster, sharper. It proved that evolution wasn't just about change, it was about improvement. Then, in 2014, the revolution sharpened its edge. The C7 Stingray looked aggressive, almost angry. Every line had purpose. Every vent had function. It wasn't trying to look good, it was built to perform. This was the Corvette embracing modern aggression. A predator on asphalt. But nothing could prepare the world for what came next. A moment that changed everything. For over 60 years, the Corvette held on to one tradition, the engine in the front, until it didn't. The C8 Corvette broke its own legacy and rebuilt it from the ground up, mid-engine, just like the European supercars it once chased. But this wasn't imitation. This was domination. The proportions shifted. The balance transformed. The performance reached a level no Corvette had ever touched before. It wasn't just faster, it was smarter, sharper, and more precise than ever. And suddenly, the question changed. It was no longer, can the Corvette compete? It became, who can compete with the Corvette? From a humble fiberglass roadster to a world-class mid-engine supercar, the Corvette didn't just evolve. It fought, through criticism, through doubt, through changing eras and expectations. It adapted without losing its soul. Because at its core, the Corvette is not just a car. It's a symbol of risk, of reinvention, of refusing to stay the same. Every generation tells a story, not just of design or speed, but of courage. The courage to start, the courage to change, and the courage to lead. And now, as the engine sits behind the driver, pushing the limits of what's possible, one thing is clear. This journey isn't over. Because the Corvette was never built to follow history. It was built to create it.